Intermittent fasting, also known as IF, has become one of the most popular health and fitness trends worldwide. Unlike traditional diets, it doesn't focus on what you eat, but rather on when you eat. Millions of people have adopted this approach because it is simple, flexible, and backed by scientific research. In this video, we'll cover everything you need to know about intermittent fasting: what it is, how it works, the different methods, the latest scientific evidence, step-by-step instructions for getting started, common mistakes to avoid, and who should and shouldn't try it. By the end, you'll have a clear understanding and a practical plan to begin your own intermittent fasting journey. Intermittent fasting. What is it? Intermittent fasting is an eating habit rather than a diet. You separate your time between eating and fasting times rather than eating all day long. You abstain from all calorie-containing meals and beverages throughout the fasting time. Throughout the eating window, you eat your regular meals. Giving your body enough time without food will help it better use stored energy, balance hormones, and potentially enhance long-term health. IF is more adaptable and simpler to follow in day-to-day living than diets, which often fail because of their restrictive and complex nature. What is the process of intermittent fasting? Your body undergoes a number of changes while you fast. Insulin levels fall. Insulin levels fall after a few hours of fasting. The body may more easily use stored fat as fuel when insulin levels are lower. Increased fat burning. Your body begins using stored fat as its primary fuel source when insulin levels fall. Improved hormonal balance. Growth hormone and norepinephrine levels may modestly increase, promoting muscle maintenance and fat reduction. Cell repair starts. Autophagy and other processes that help cells eliminate waste and mend themselves may be triggered by fasting. Calorie intake naturally decreases. When people cut back on their eating window, they typically consume fewer calories overall. To put it briefly, fasting aids in the transition of your body from energy storage to energy burning, which can result in weight loss and better metabolic health. Scientific evidence in 2025. Over the last 10 years, a lot of study has been done on intermittent fasting, and the body of knowledge is still expanding. Here are the most recent results. Weight loss. Studies demonstrate that EF is as effective as standard calorie restriction. When doing it regularly, most individuals lose 3 to 8% of their body weight over 8 to 12 weeks. Blood sugar control. EF may lower fasting blood sugar and increase insulin sensitivity, which is particularly useful for patients at risk of type 2 diabetes. Heart health. Numerous studies show reductions in blood pressure, lipids, and cholesterol. Cell health and inflammation. Although more extensive human research is required, there is some evidence that fasting lowers inflammation and encourages cellular repair. Brain health. Although more study is needed, preliminary findings suggest that fasting may improve mental clarity and brain function. Overall, research from 2024 to 2025 shows that for the majority of healthy adults, intermittent fasting is a safe and useful strategy for managing weight and metabolic health. Common techniques for intermittent fasting. There are several approaches to IF practice. The most often used techniques consist of 16 to 8 method. Eat within an 8-hour window after 16 hours of fasting. For instance, eat between 12 and 8 p.m. 14-10 method, a beginner-friendly variant with a 14-hour fast and 10-hour eating window. 5-2 diet. Eat normally for 5 days a week, and on 2 non-consecutive days, restrict calories to 500 to 600. Alternate day fasting. Fast every other day, or consume extremely minimal calories on fasting days. 1 meal a day, or OMAD, is when all of the daily calories are consumed. For novices, this is not advised since it is quite restricted. For long-term usage, most individuals find that 16 to 8 or 14 to 10 is the most convenient and sustainable. Detailed introduction to the plan. Here's how to begin fasting safely if you've never done it before. Step 1. Start small. Begin using the 14-10 technique. For example, complete supper at 8 p.m. and have your first meal at 10 a.m. the following day. Step 2. Increase the duration of your fast gradually. Once you feel at ease, go to 1680. This might include eating between 12 and 8 p.m. instead of breakfast. Step 3. Consume balanced meals. Give special attention to nutrient-dense foods throughout your window for eating. Incorporate fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats. Don't use the window for eating as a reason to overindulge in junk food. Step 4. Drink plenty of water. While fasting, sip on herbal tea, black coffee, or water. These keep you awake and help regulate appetite. Step 5. Include some mild activity. Yoga, strength training, and walking are good ways to break a fast. Exercise during or soon before your meal window works best for energy levels. Step 6. Track your progress. Note changes in weight, energy, and sleep. Adapt your eating schedule to your body's reaction. Common challenges and solutions. Hunger and cravings. Normal throughout the first 1 to 2 weeks. Keep yourself occupied, drink plenty of water, and eat meals high in fiber and protein. Insufficient energy or headaches, often related to dehydration or insufficient electrolytes. If necessary, season meals with a bit of salt and drink plenty of water. Social life challenges. Modify your eating schedule to accommodate get-togethers or social meals. Being adaptable helps in maintaining consistency. Weight loss stall. Verify the quality and the quantities of your meals if progress pauses. Keep in mind that fasting does not give you permission to overindulge in high-calorie items. For whom is intermittent fasting inappropriate? Many individuals may safely fast intermittently, although certain persons should not do so except under a doctor's supervision. Ladies who are nursing or pregnant. Kids and teens. Those who have had eating issues in the past. Those on blood pressure or blood sugar lowering drugs. Elderly people who are frail or suffer from long-term ailments. If you experience any health issues, always get medical advice before beginning. Anticipated outcomes. Most novices see results after a few weeks of regular practice, decreased snacking, and desires. Consistent weight reduction, often between 0.5 and 1 kilogram each week. Increased mental clarity and attention. Improved energy balance and digestion. Those who properly follow IF with balanced meals often lose 5 to 10 kilograms of weight after 8 to 12 weeks. Keep in mind that consistency, exercise, and eating choices all affect outcomes. Advice for prolonged achievement. Have patience. Your body needs time to adjust. Remain adaptable. Progress won't be hampered if you periodically miss your fasting window. Make sleeping a priority since insufficient sleep causes hunger hormones to rise and makes fasting more difficult. Combine IF with good practices such as stress reduction, frequent exercise, and a balanced diet. Pay attention to sustainability. The approach that you can stick with for months or years is the ideal one. In conclusion, one of the easiest and most powerful lifestyle strategies for enhancing well-being, reducing weight, and regaining control over eating patterns is intermittent fasting. In contrast to complex diets, it is adaptable, realistic, and scientifically backed. The 14-10 or 16-8 technique is the greatest way to begin for beginners. Be consistent, eat meals high in nutrients, and pay attention to your body. Keep in mind that IF is not appropriate for everyone. Always prioritize your health and seek medical advice if you experience any health issues. Therefore, intermittent fasting could be the best option for you if you've been having trouble sticking to a diet or are searching for a lifestyle change that really works. You may be shocked at how successful and long-lasting it can be if you take your time and practice it step by step. Like, share, and subscribe for more